and it's coming right.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And I like his honesty, because when we sat down with him, I mean, he was the first one to say, that was on me last week, a really poor performance. Way too many interceptions, didn't find the end zone throwing the ball, put his defense and his special teams in some real jeopardy, but somehow they won the game.
They won.
Yeah, what I loved about it is when he told us about the defense kind of corralling him in the locker room and said, all right, my man, we're not going to do that again this week, are we?
13 yards on the game's opening play.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On the move past the 40. Look at the big fella go. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
For these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the visiting Jaguars who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Jacksonville. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here's Lawrence to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the right sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, man. Disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there. Doing all he can to get to the pylon, and he's going to wind up out of bounds just short. But a huge play.
And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. Ty Davis-Price, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Jaguars are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. The numbers for Spears on the ground a week ago. 15 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
And their success running the ball in the previous game has to give them a lot of confidence, but they also understand going against a top-5 rush defense means you have to have a lot of offense in your game plan. Misdirection, counters, power game, maybe even some quarterback run to take the heat off of the running back.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Jaguars offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. He had the touchdown on the opening drive, and that has become a theme throughout the season. If you take a look at where he ranks among the leaders in rushing touchdowns. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch. But you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The pass to Boyd, and he brings it in on the crossing route. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Levis from the gun. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. Working from the gun, here's Levis. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Jags are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
2nd and 10.
Rip, 23.
Davis Price up the middle. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. 1st down.
Hey, go.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
Silver.
Lawrence will throw. He gets this one to Davis Price. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. The Jaguars at 8-4 now in the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
11, Agate.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. That one complete downfield to Thomas. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas, 79 yards. And the Jags have moved out in front. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 14-10. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be stopped up. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Take right open. Here we go.
Now Lawrence looking long for Thomas. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Still on his feet. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Evan Ingram, 60 yards. And the Jaguars are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it's a pretty good He'll get this up to the 29. Tennessee offense set to go again. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. You look at this Jaguar defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Levis out of the gun on 3rd down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Jags offense and Brian Thomas getting set to take over once more. And he's very much alive in the race for most receiving yards by a wideout this year. Currently ranked 2nd in the NFL at this point in the season. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And with the yardage picked up on that last throw, that's going to move him over 4,000 yards passing for the season. And even in today's age of offense, that's a number that's meaningful to quarterbacks. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Running left, Davis Price. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Easy. Read up 24.
Lawrence. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
He felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Levis to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch. Here's Levis. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Levis sets up to throw here. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. From the 23, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll throw it again with Levis. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Levis out of the shotgun now. Under pressure, they got him again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Zerline's kick is up and that will close the gap down to 14. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them. Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed. The home team's offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown. I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're... And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 41 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. From the gun, Bigsby. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. And this one is incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be. I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now. And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. Levis back to throw. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Levis. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 22 yards there, a first down. Back to throw, it's Levis. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they're throwing it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
49, Mike 49.
Now Levis. That is caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Levis to throw once more. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will close the gap down to 14. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Jaguars come to the line to start. Drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
All right, let's go. Phil.
Here's Lawrence. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Lawrence. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. That right there, career catch number 541, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow, who also obviously played the tight end position.
Yeah, and helped revolutionize it when he was in San Diego. But how about what we're seeing right here? You're talking about 541 catches at the tight end position. You talk about lofty territory, rare air. He has a lot to be proud of in his career.
Second and goal from the 1.
Hey. 11. Here we go.
Davis Price will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Now for the point after. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run from Ty Davis Price. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. One final shot before the half. Here's Levis. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Tyler Boyd. As time expires in the first half. And the Titans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy week.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Jaguars offense and Trevor Lawrence getting... The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On play action, Lawrence. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And the Titans are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Now Spears to begin the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, A lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And Spears with another carry.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Levis from the gun.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it, and they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Thomas brings it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
Rolling to his left. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Hey, liar,
and they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Now Lawrence to throw. He gets this one to Davis Price.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
11, Agate. Hey, chill.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Gets it out wide to Davis Price.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Out of the gun to give to Spears. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. That leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Levis looking to throw. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game.
It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 55 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one on to the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of
Tyler Boyd, he's going to go. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Tyler Boyd with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Titans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Zerline good with a PAT, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Lawrence. And he whips that one incomplete there.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville.
13, Lou. 11. Silver.
Lawrence will throw. Dancing to his left. And he goes out right around the 39. Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a 1st down.
Route. Hey, kill.
They'll look to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Red on red.
Now Lawrence. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
11. Go, let's go. Here we go, sir.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking long for Thomas. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
Levis to throw it.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Working from the gun. Here's Levis.
He completes it to Ridley. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Desperation time now. Here's Levis. Slant pass to Boyd.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Like 46.
Levis back to throw.
And he's got his man on the out route. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And Levis going back to the air. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That is caught. He's got the first down and more than that. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. DeAndre Hopkins, 40 yards. And the Titans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And they will get back to within 1 score as he is into the end zone, and the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line. Well, this offense and their wideout headed back onto the field. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Hey, Lion.
Handoff right side, Davis Price. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
All right, let's go.
Here's Lawrence. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. He's got Thomas yet again, complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
And he'll go down as this drive will start. 25-yard line. Levis sets up to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Like 54.
Levis.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Play action now. Levis. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
To the sideline and incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go.
Here's Levis. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Second down, goal to go. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here we go.
Levis, he'll look to throw it. And it's a Titans touchdown. Calvin Ridley, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Levis to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So still a little work to do here, but they got the much-needed conversion.
So they got that taken care of. Now you would assume onside kick in order to try and get the ball back again, in order to try and kick at least a tying field goal.
The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Another run on second down, trying to cover up. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the...
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they...
I'm gonna try